Seeing one of the largest single-day increases of COVID-19 cases, the state is starting to ease restrictions. Nurseries, golf courses, and several other businesses once shut down by the stay-at-home order are now deemed essential.
WGN's Eric Rung is live with that story. Eric.
Good evening. This is the third time that Governor Pritzker has extended the stay-at-home order, and while some of the restrictions are easing up a bit, the message remains the same: to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Governor J.B. Pritzker takes the podium this Friday, the same day his new executive order to extend the stay-at-home order goes into effect, one that eases some restrictions but maintains social distancing rules and wearing masks when distancing isn't possible.
We have bent the curve. That's what's happened. You know, the stay-at-home, it's not an accident.
The new order from the governor allows some state parks to open, as well as pet groomers, nurseries, and some elective surgeries will be allowed to move forward. Businesses can also operate like restaurants, serving customers online with curbside pickup. And some golf courses reopened.
We're thankful for the governor helping us recognize that this could be a safe space.
The governor also says more parts of the economy could open up regionally before his stay-at-home order expires at the end of the month, but that will depend on hospital bed counts and infection rates in that part of the state.
If it's 14 days on a downslide, right, of those numbers, then absolutely listen, I want, as much as everybody else does, for everybody to get back to work.
One factor the governor says it won't change his mind about reopening are protesters demanding that the state open up. They greeted the governor today at the Thompson Center.
They're exercising their right to free speech, and I'll defend to the death their right to exercise that right, even when they're wrong.
A key piece to getting the state open, the governor says, is quickly ramping up contact tracing in the state. An expert in tracing, Dr. Wayne Duffus, will be leading the state's health department's effort, which will depend heavily on local health departments. An investment of $80 million is expected, and the state will need to hire and train hundreds, likely thousands of people to trace 2 weeks' worth of how many people a positive COVID-19 patient came in contact with. Notify them, get them isolated, and treated if they do test positive. But in order for it to work, the public needs to trust healthcare workers.
To protect patient privacy, contacts are only informed that they may have been exposed to a patient with the infection. They're not told the identity of the patient who may have exposed them.
They will be given a COVID-19 test. If they test negative, they will be released from isolation. They will have access to treatment and daily medical checks for 2 weeks. Now, under this new order, church service are explicitly allowed as long as the congregation is 10 people or fewer and they are practicing social distancing. It is worth mentioning, however, that the Archdiocese of Chicago here is still not holding any mass. We are live tonight. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
Thank you, Eric. In Springfield,